Hi everyone, Coach Steve from Smart Insurance Solutions with a short video on how to help you maintain or regain your training mojo motivation. So a lot of the endurance sports we do are very difficult and there's long winding, so it's easy to lose motivation and kind of feel a little bit downhearted as the training blocks stretch out. So what do we do to kind of make ourselves focused even during long training blocks? It all starts with your why. Why are you doing this? Why have you signed up for this race? It's a case of, is it a lifelong goal? Is it just a challenge that you've taken on board? Are you doing it for charity or in a memory of someone? These are things that you need to be. This is your North Star. When things are dark, when things are feeling hard, you need to remind yourself why you did this in the first place. And the simple ways of doing this, you can actually write down your goal and put it on the fridge. Take a picture of the race venue you're planning to do and have it in your pain cave, in your office, that reminds you. Or if you're doing it, said for charity, write down the name of the charity. Make that your password for your laptop. Every day you have to put in your password and it'll remind you why this is important to you and why it's gonna mean the reason why you're gonna get up out of bed on a cold, wet Tuesday morning to go to a swim session. Okay, so that's a why. That's the reason for the whole journey. But how do we help the journey feel a little bit easier and focused as we go along? There's three things. One are milestones. And this is really important if you are having a long journey. Say, for example, it's January and your IRONMAN or your 70.3 is not until September. How we handle that is you add in B races. B races are shorter distance races that you can do in the build phase. That makes it a little bit of fun and it reminds you what it's like to race. You might even get a PB because you're doing better structured training. The other element underneath that is just actually milestone distances. During a big training block for a big challenge, you're going to hit your longest ever swim, your longest ever bike, like be a century bike. You might even end up running a half marathon for the first time ever in a training plan, depending what you're training for. You've got to note these things down and kind of give yourself a pat on the back and celebrate these. Do your B races, note your milestones, distances, and celebrate them. The next thing that you do, in point 2, is review and track progress. It's very easy to forget where we've come from and we're in the middle of like a 6-month training plan. But even 2 months into that training plan, you've come a long way. So remind yourself of that. And I do this by having metrics that actually show how much you've improved. This can be as simple as your weight, your body fat percentage, the number of hours you've trained, the distances you've covered in a month, and compare it back to where you started. And you go, wow, I have come a long way. Yes, I have a long way to go, but I've made progress. Another way of actually reviewing and tracking progress is by doing tests, such as an FTP test, a functional threshold power for the bike, which shows how strong you are on the bike. You could do a T20 swim, which could be, which is how far you can swim in a pool for 20 minutes, and over time that will improve because you've become more of an efficient and stronger swimmer. You have run tests to work out your heart rate zones and your paces. You can even do that as 5K park runs. Again, these will show that not only are you making progress, but you're improving as an athlete across the disciplines. Really motivating. And again, celebrate these. These are things that are hard earned, but you mustn't forget you're getting there. The third thing I'll talk about is reward yourself. What you've taken on is a big, massive challenge. And as I said, if you only look at the final end point of that challenge, it seems very long and far away, and it's just easy to lose motivation. But if you do what we discussed above, if you hit milestone distances, if you do have a PB in a B race, if you can see that your body composition is improving, your swim technique is improving, reward yourself. Absolutely reward yourself. And this could be as simple as buying yourself a new piece of bike kit. This could be as buying a bike. Triathletes, we're gonna love that option. Or it just could be even as simple as giving yourself an extra recovery day or a trip to the cinema instead of like a recovery run. There's no harm in that, and you've got to remind yourself it's not all hard slog. It has to be some carrot as well as a stick. Big fan of carrot cake in this regard, and anyway, and that's another reward. You can give yourself nice food. To remind yourself, things you can do to keep focused are note and monitor your milestones, review and you track your progress, and reward yourself. But none of these things will work if your why is weak, by the way, and it's right back up to our North Star. These things can only help you kind of keep motivated and sort of keep focused over long training days and long training weeks if you know what your why is. Start with your why and keep focused, and never give up on it, because each day that you complete your training sessions, you're getting closer to that goal of achieving your why goal, and you're also improving yourself as an athlete. I hope this video helps you keep focused and motivated during the season, and as we say in Smart Endurance Solutions, trust in the process, the results will come. Have a great week.